Greetings, fellow Watford fans. Omar Moore here with the midweek focus on Watford against Chelsea. That game to be played later tonight at the Vic. Watford in the Premier League. This is match day 14, and after the unlucky fortunes, if you will, at Leicester City just a few days ago, Watford coming back to play the second consecutive game against a team that their current head coach used to manage, Leicester, and now Chelsea. This will be a tall task tonight. I think that there are never a whole lot of Watford fans in this fixture, at least. They are not very many, I should say, who are expecting a Watford win tonight. But the question is, which Watford team is going to show up against a Chelsea side that currently are top of the Premier League and looking very, very good indeed? Chelsea's last game was a draw against Manchester United. Ours was the performance at Leicester, which was a good one going forward, but defensively, our lapses in defense cost us and really exposed that we are still not yet ready for prime time defensively in these key games. And this is another key game tonight. And as I say, not many Watford fans, presumably before kickoff tonight, will be expecting 3 points out of this one for the Orns. But you never know, as I say, which Watford team will show up. Will it be the team that attacked so well and so decisively against Manchester United and gave a total team effort for 95 minutes? Or will it be the Watford on Sunday that lapsed and played some poor defensive football when it really counted the most? When what the Watford that really defeated themselves more than Leicester did and ended up costing us this game that we could so easily have won on Sunday. So which Watford's going to show up? Well, one thing's for sure is that you're going to get a quality Watford performance here. I'm pretty confident here that Watford are going to play well and that they are going to give Chelsea everything they can handle. The question becomes defensively, what is the discipline and the shape going to be like? Because Watford are going to come into this game with a lot of injuries. Now, at least 10 players injured for Watford. This is a major problem coming into a rough set of fixtures. Of course, there's Manchester City to come at the weekend. But before we get there, how are they going to deal with Chelsea? Watford's depth, admittedly, now, I don't think as good as it was obviously before these injuries. No Emmanuel Dennis tonight. Sarr is going to be out for a prolonged period of time. I think it's going to be at least 2 months, by the way, that the Watford PR have been really dancing around what I think is pretty obvious that Ismail Assar, their best player, is has a very serious knee injury. I mean, look, you don't have to know the exact particulars to know that if he's getting a scan in a month's time, that he is probably going to miss a good few months of this season. I mean, I just think that that is what is going to be told to us when all is said and done. It's a really big blow for Watford, but it's just a case of when the PR folks at Watford choose to tell us that Ismail Assar is going to be out for a number of months. Watford also will be without Ben Foster for at least another month, if not more. He's expected to return sometime in January. And since it is the 1st of December, that means another 4 weeks without Ben Foster, who actually, after a rocky start, has been a solid rock in the goal for Watford. Daniel Bachmann deputizes now, and we will see what he is made of. He wasn't bad at all against Leicester, made a couple of very good saves, but Daniel Bachmann, who had started the season as Watford's number one goalkeeper, now has a chance to reestablish himself. Certainly for these next few weeks, he will be the person in between the sticks for Watford. But again, this defense is the major question mark for this team as they take on a Chelsea side who are going to be scoring goals and will have Romelu Lukaku back among others. Not sure whether Kante will be back, but Watford definitely do have to be careful with a Chelsea side that is going to attack and be at it from the start. Watford will have to match that intensity and more. In fact, Watford, I think, will have to set the tone and the tempo as they did against Manchester United at the Vic a couple of weeks ago. And I think it's important for Watford to keep the pitch compact against the Chelsea side that it's going to be coming at them down the flanks. If Watford can do that and frustrate Chelsea, which I think is going to be a key in this game, if Watford can compact the pitch and frustrate Chelsea, I think it could be a very interesting and eventful evening. But Chelsea are definitely a team that is in top form at the moment, have played very good football, and sometimes look downright scary. And under Thomas Tuchel, this will be Tuchel's first game in charge of Chelsea against Watford. Although Watford have been able to pull a few rabbits out of the hat against Chelsea, who we tend to play better against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge than we do at Vicarage Road. But of course, there's that memorable result 3 years ago now, 3.5 years ago now, almost four, when, of course, in Javi Gracia's first game at home in the Vic, Watford beat Chelsea 4-1. Well, yeah, it was a distant memory, I guess, 3+ years ago, but it was a sensational night where no one expected Watford to win, let alone score 4 goals. And I'm sure that no one expected Watford to score four against Manchester United. So the team that played Manchester United this past Sunday will be coming into the Vic tonight to take on a Watford side that beat Manchester United 4-1 in their previous outing at the Vic. What will happen tonight? And the key to that question being answered is this question: which Watford team will show up tonight at the Vic? Well, we are going to find out very soon.